QPS families, Todd Pettit, your proud superintendent, coming to you with the next episode of Let's Talk About Schools 2.0. Today we have with us Stacy Achilles. Stacy is a security guard at Quincy Junior High School, and we're going to talk to her about what it's like to be a security guard for a school in Quincy Public Schools today. So, Stacy, let's start out. What's the best part of working at the junior high, those middle school kids, and being the security guard?
It's meeting all the people. There's so many people over at junior high that are just kids and adults alike that are just fantastic. So I do enjoy a lot of the people there.
Good, good. And that junior high age, it's quirky. It can be fun. It can be challenging. It's everything wrapped into one. So I'm glad that's working for you. When did you start with the district?
I worked in food service the year when COVID started, 19 I think it was. And then when it was full-blown COVID, that was my first year at junior high.
Okay, okay. So you talked about getting to know students and families. Why is that important to you as just in your role as security guard?
Well, you don't know it when you start, but I've been through a whole cycle of kids now, and you just see them grow and mature. And at first they come and you're like, oh my Lord, this is going to be a challenge. But I had one 8th grader come to me yesterday, and he's getting an award today at the assembly, and he couldn't wait to tell me of all people. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's those connections,
it's really nice.
in education that really make it fulfilling for us, doesn't it? What's one thing you'd like students and families to know about the security team? Not only at QJHS, but also just in general, because your security team, district-wide, led by Dan Arns, our director of security, you work together. So what's one thing you'd like students and families to know about your team?
Well, it's changing all the time, of course, but they're on top of things. All the changes, the new security risks, they're just watching out all the time. If they get reports, they're just on it, and we just have to be on the lookout all the time. Keep things secure. So
what's the most challenging thing about your job, being a security guard?
Well, at junior high, of course, is different than other people, but as a security guard, I mean, you don't want to let something slip by. So we're checking doors all the time. We don't want our school to be that one, but man, you just never know. So we're just always on the lookout.
And I think that's something that, when I returned to Quincy in 2019, I was really impressed to see the layers of security that we have that includes our security guards, because I think what a lot of folks don't realize is that having security guards in a school building we are in the minority, not only in our area, but I would say across the state. And that's been very eye-opening to me, not only the security guards, but just the layers of protection that we have.
Well, I don't think people realize that there is a security guard on duty 24/7. So it's not just during the school day.
Right.
So it's 24/7. Weekends, nights, there's always somebody out there.
And you had mentioned checking doors, I being across the street from junior high, but also in and out of schools. I'm constantly seeing security guards outside the buildings, inside the buildings, making perimeter checks, on a continuous basis throughout the day. And I think it's those layers that aren't always seen, but understanding that your eyes go further than inside the walls of your school.
They have to.
Yeah.
See suspicious cars driving around, or you just never know. I was out one day and there was a car had circled around 2 or 3 times when I was out on the same street out there, but it had out-of-state plates. You're like, okay, no, this is off. So let's just keep an eye. So tell a few more people and keep an eye out. And we do have a QPS officer there every day with us, So we have that extra layer too.
Yeah, the student resource officers,
Yes,
which
we
we're
do.
very fortunate to
Yes.
partner with law enforcement,
Hmm.
both in the city and our sheriff's department.
Yep.
So yeah, thanks for sharing that as well. Well, Stacy, it's been great having you on. Let's talk about schools. Thanks for sharing a little bit about what your day is like and the joy that your position as security guard brings to you and to that school community. And for our viewers, thank you for tuning in today. And be ready for the next episode of Let's Talk About Schools 2.0.